Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe Rebecca, for those of you who are new here. Last month I did a video talking about my empty makeup products from December, so I figured I would do another one for my empty products from January. You will notice a theme with a lot of these products, and that theme in question is Sephora. As a makeup artist, of course, I am a bit of a Sephora frequent, but I also did in fact work at Sephora for a month. So I had my employee discount, I had my employee freebies. I was trying a lot of new products because I simply could. Honest to God, missed that employee discount. Another thing is there is no hair care this time around. I did not use up any of my hair care supplies, but there is one professional makeup kit product in here that is not makeup, but is related to makeup. It's makeup adjacent. So I will be including a little review of that as well. I almost forgot I tallied up the pricing. I cannot get started on this without having the prices available. So without further ado, let's get started. Just like last time, we're going to start with the skincare. This first product right here is the Tower 28 SOS Barrier Recovery Cream. This was from Sephora. It was $24. I heard so much about this product. I knew I had to try it. I had the spray. I figured they probably went together. My moisturizer that I've been using forever is a drugstore moisturizer. I wanted to see if this would be better for my skin. The first thing that I'll say is that it's insanely hydrating. You first put it in your hands and it kind of feels like buttercream. It is very thick, but then it does absorb rather quickly. So if you're somebody who has sensory issues with moisturizers, I am somebody who does have a lot of sensory issues with moisturizers and lotions, this will feel really weird at first. In fact, it'll feel borderline bad at first, but then once it absorbs, you really don't notice it that much. That being said, my skin broke out so bad while I was using this. I don't know how much of it had to do with the moisturizer and how much of it had to do with the fact that I just recently turned 25 and my skin is just like not what it used to be. I don't know. I feel like I've been breaking out a lot more as it is, but I really was breaking out heavily with this, and it did calm down a lot when I stopped using this. So would I buy this again? I may for my kit, but not for myself personally. For a $24 moisturizer, first of all, you can tell this is a very small tube. As you can tell by the denting, I was really squeezing to get every last drop out of this. I really wanted to get my money's worth out, even though, again, I was noticing problems with my skin while I was using it. There may be other people out there whose skin is right for this. I can definitely see this working more for somebody whose skin is really dry. My skin's more on the combination, slightly leaning to the oily side. So this wasn't great for me. I won't be buying this one again, at least not for myself. Okay, moving on, we have the SkinFix Triple Lipid Plus Collagen Eye Cream. Did I get that right? I did. Okay, word. This is from Sephora. This is a whopping $54. Now, I got this for free. My first day at Sephora, this was one of the freebies I received. It was one of the ones I was most excited about, and I was scraping the sides of it to get every last bit of it out. I love this eye cream. I don't have a whole lot of skin issues with my under eyes. My skin being a little bit more on the oily side, like fine lines aren't really an issue. So I really wanted an eye cream that was hydrating because I do tend to get dry skin literally on my eyelids. Sometimes I'll even get eczema on my eyelids, so I needed something that was gonna be really good for that. And I loved this product. When I was working there, I told everybody about this product, and it wasn't a viral product, so like nobody believed me on that, but this is literally one of the best skincare products I've ever received. And so when I come to the question, would I buy it again? At first I was like, God no, it's $54. But then I was trying to sleep one night and I woke up in this cold sweat and I had this epiphany that our skin is an organ and it is an organ on display. We should be taking the best care of it. So I bought one today. And I don't have my employee discount anymore. So it was $54. And I have zero regrets. If you have very dry skin around your eyes or on your eyelids themselves, if you deal with eczema, this is a fantastic product. I can't recommend it enough. I'm not gonna throw this because it's gonna make a very loud sound. So, moving on. This next itty bitty little one here is from Tula. This was a free sample from Sephora. It is their 24/7 hydrating day and night cream, I think is what it's called. Yeah. So this was another one again from Sephora. It was a free sample. I bought this with my Beauty Insider points, I redeemed this with my Beauty Insider points. Tula is a really cool brand. Back when I worked at Sephora, the brand rep was there one day and I just went up to her and I'm like, tell me everything that you can about this brand. I want to know everything. I'm very uneducated on skincare. Tula was founded by a gastroenterologist who's been studying probiotics for 20 years, I believe. Her name is Dr. Rashini Raj. I think that's really cool. It was started by a gastroenterologist. In my experience, when I eat something that's bad for me, it does reflect in my skin. I had cystic acne before my gluten sensitivity was diagnosed, and the moment I stopped eating gluten, it went away. So like, I'm a really big believer in that what you put in your body will reflect outwardly. So when I saw that the Beauty Insider carousel had a Tula product, I immediately had to try it. First things first, I liked it a lot more than the Tower 28 moisturizer. This one has a fantastic texture. It does have a fragrance. That being said, I liked the fragrance. I don't know if anybody else grew up going to Disney quite frequently and getting those H2O products, but it smelled a lot like the H2O products from when I was a kid. That sort of like, I don't even know how to describe that scent. It smells like Disney World and I love it. That being said, if you're sensitive to fragrances, like I wouldn't, oh my God, so good. I wouldn't recommend it if you're very sensitive to fragrances, but the texture is lovely. My skin was not breaking out. My skin looked amazing with it. I don't remember the full retail price of this product, but Tula is a slightly more expensive brand. That being said, skincare is highly important. Highly recommend finding the best products for your skin. Whatever works for your skin works for your skin. It doesn't have to be high end. So if you're looking for a really good moisturizer and you're willing to spend a little extra money, definitely recommend this. And if you are a Sephora insider, definitely check the beauty carousels for any Tula products. I would recommend this. Again, I don't remember the price point, but I would buy this. So do with that what you will. Now we're gonna move on to makeup. We're gonna start with this right here. This is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder in the shade Airy. I bought this once again at Sephora and it was $35. I bought this on a whim because my favorite powder foundation, which was the Too Faced Born This Way powder, it appears to be discontinued, which sucks. Too Faced, if you're watching this, bring it back immediately. Thank you. The reason I picked this one is it's one of those powders where it's like, I don't know, it's big. I thought maybe it would last me a little bit longer because I tried others that barely lasted me a month. And again, as I mentioned, I have combination skin with a bit more of an oily lean. I need powder. Dewy finishes, not for me. I'm greasy. I need to be matte. So I bought this powder and I bought a couple of them. I've been using them since I was a student at cosmetology school. I very clearly love it so much. It broke, like the hinges broke. So it was used, it was very loved. As long as Kosas doesn't discontinue this, I will keep buying it again and again because I am a creature of habit and I like it. And Kosas is gluten-free. Did you know that the FDA doesn't regulate if cosmetics have gluten in them or not? They're like, it doesn't matter, gluten doesn't get absorbed through the skin. What if you're allergic to wheat? Anywho, Kosas tests for gluten. Kosas is gluten-free. I love you, Kosas. I'm not gonna throw this. Next on this list is an old reliable of mine and I can't really zoom in on it because I used it so much that all the text has worn off of it. So I'm just gonna show you instead right here. This is the Sephora Collection Fine Line eyeliner. And I have been using this, well, not this exact pen, but I've been using this eyeliner since I was 14 or 15 years old. When I started wearing eyeliner, it was the Sephora Collection. First of all, Sephora Collection's amazing because it's not very expensive, but it's insanely good quality. It's got a very, very, very fine tip. I don't know if you could see that, but it's very, very skinny. I like my wings to be insanely sharp, and the best way to achieve that is with a very, very fine pen. And I have not had as good of results with any other pen than I have with this. It's also waterproof, but it's not hard to remove. You know, sometimes you get a waterproof product and you just cannot remove it for the life of you. This is sort of the perfect middle ground. Like, yeah, it smudged a little bit when I saw Avengers Endgame, but not enough to warrant me looking for another eyeliner entirely. This is my favorite. This is a holy grail in my kit. It is my favorite. I will continue to buy it unless Sephora discontinues it, in which case I don't see a point in wearing eyeliner anymore, truly. I don't want to wear eyeliner in a world where this eyeliner doesn't exist. That did not go off to the side like I thought it was going to. Next up is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the original one. I did buy this at Sephora. This is a $28 eyeshadow primer. So the thing is, like, yeah, it's kind of expensive, but somehow, despite the fact that I wear this every single day, a tube lasts me a really long time. This is also the best primer I've had any good luck with. I've tried other primers. I always come back to Urban Decay. There are a lot of other brands that I do want to try, but this is the one that I always end up coming back to. I have tried the anti-aging one. I didn't like it. It's just this. I love this. Will I keep buying it? Absolutely. I want to buy one for my professional kit. I have them for personal use. It's just a great eyeshadow primer. And again, it will last you a really long time. It's definitely worth the money. Also, it's so cute. The thing I love about Urban Decay, they love purple. A lot of beauty products that you see, they're just all black packaging. And like, yeah, it's sleek, but have you considered having a weird color so that your products don't all look the same? Anyway, I'm not gonna ramble too much about it, but it's a great product. And if you're looking for a really good eyeshadow primer, this is the best one in my experience so far. So last up for makeup is the ColourPop Sailor Moon blush in the shade Cat's Eye. This was bought from the ColourPop website. It was $14. Technically, if we're gonna get real here, there's a little tiny bit on the sides, and I was honestly just scraping my brush against them, and I just wasn't getting any more pigment out of it. I had it for a little over a year. Technically, it's supposed to last 12 months, but again, I was using it every day, and I really wanted to make sure that I got all of it out because I love this color so much. It's so flattering. I'm actually wearing it right now. I did buy a second one. So it's sort of like a nice kind of peachy pink, and it has little silver flashes of glitter, so it acts a bit like a highlight, but without that sort of like in your face highlight. Not that I dislike those, but there's a time and a place. And like for casual everyday wear, I'm obsessed with this blush. If you followed me on Instagram while I was a student and I was doing my daily makeup videos, every single day was Cat's Eye. I just think this shade is so flattering. If you're like me and you have like really cool skin with pinky undertones, this is a gorgeous shade and I can't recommend it enough. I did put it on my friends and my family members on a few occasions and it just looked really pretty on everyone. And for the price, for $14, that's something that ColourPop does right. Their pricing is brilliant. I will keep buying this blush until they decide that they're not doing their Sailor Moon collection anymore. Again, not gonna throw this because there's still little bits of powder in it, so. Okay, now I do have one more product. This is not makeup related. This was from my professional kit. It was the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. This was the blue one. And I bought this, I can't remember if I bought this from Friends Beauty in California or if I bought this from Camera Ready Cosmetics. This was the 8-ounce container, which I believe was $24. And I will say that if you are working as a makeup artist on a professional level, this will not last you long at all. I think this lasted me a week. You don't need a whole lot of product per brush, but when you're washing like all of your brushes between each person, it goes pretty quick. Something cool about the blue one is that it also sanitizes your brushes as you're, cleaning them off. So that's an extra step that you don't have to take. But because of that, the smell is so wickedly strong. And it did stain a few of my brushes blue. And I don't know if that was something that I did wrong or if that's just something that the product does. I hated the smell. It was supposed to be vanilla. I don't know that it was vanilla. I could see how maybe it was supposed to be vanilla, but it didn't smell good. And the first time I used it, it did trigger my asthma a little bit because the smell was so strong. They do have one that's not sanitizing, that is lemon scented, and I did buy that one when this one ran out, and I am liking it a lot more. Again, this one is great if you're trying to multitask, like getting the brushes clean and sanitized, but I'm okay with taking an extra step to sanitize brushes separately. It's not that I don't recommend this one. I would just use this one with caution if you, like me, have some issues with your lungs. Thank you so much for watching my January empties. If you're interested in seeing what I used in December, it's in the same playlist, and stay tuned for next month to see what I used up this month. In the meantime, like and subscribe and tell me what you'd like to see next time. See you soon.